Good evening, everyone, and happy Thursday. Lindsay here with an unboxing tonight. We have a Thredup 15-piece mixed jewelry. If you're new to my channel, I'm a part-time reseller here on YouTube, Poshmark, and also The Real. I do post content Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. I also drop in bonus uploads, so make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification for me. And I am wearing some amber rings today. I am going to offer this one up for sale. It is a little bit big on me and it's too small for my other finger, so I'm going to offer this one up for sale. It is a little bit darker colored amber and a thicker sterling band. And in really good condition, a little bit of tarnish on it. Let me get you a size on this. I think it's around a 7. Nope, this one is actually coming in about 6 1/4, 6 1/2 on that one. The band is kind of wavy, so it's a little hard to measure, but it can go down to a 6 1/2. So I'm going to offer that one up for $25. If anybody would be interested in that, let me know. I believe it's a vintage ring. So I'm going to take that one off because it's just a little bit big and it's turning around. And then let's open up the Thredup box. I haven't done one of these in a couple weeks. My last one was not great, but I did have a redeeming J. Crew necklace in there that did help. This one is one of the newest boxes I got in, and it did come from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. These do run $60 plus tax and $9.99 shipping. So the cost of goods is pretty high, and I ordered it on March 26th. If there's anything from tonight's video you would like to purchase, just please send me an email. I will need your mailing address if you've never bought from me before. And if you can also include a timestamp with a brief description of the item and also the price that I said in the video, that's very helpful. And I'll get you out a PayPal invoice. So let me back the camera up a little bit so we can take a first look. Right off the bat, I'm not really seeing anything that's brand new necessarily. There is a really pretty ring in there and some nice faceted beads and bling. So we'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully we got some nice items in here. And if anybody is interested in craft jewelry, I do have that available in bulk. It will be a random assortment of craft. I do have that available for $5 for 1 pound or $15 for 3 pounds plus shipping. So just email me if you would like that. I do have quite a bit and I found more of it. So definitely have a large selection available. So the first item is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of like a peacock blue and green with these kind of disco balls with AB rhinestones. So let's see how this goes here. It did come from Macy's. And this is a long necklace, so it is a single layer on the top. And you have your lobster clasp there. This is Charter Club, originally $40. And so then it drops down into these gorgeous AB stones. And then the 3-layer drop. So a beautiful kind of teal color and blue. And I think these are just acrylic. It is fairly lightweight. But it's stunning. Really nice for a special occasion. That is a good start. So always nice getting something brand new, and that is a great party piece. So really nice. And this necklace is kind of more suitable for the spring season. Looks like these are wood beads, and then they have some like enameling on it in the stripe. And it is kind of on a leather cord. And this one has no maker's mark. And it is a bit longer necklace. If you need a measurement on anything, just let me know. So it's pretty lightweight. There is like a little mark or something on that wood part. I don't know if that might wipe off, but it's a cute necklace. It would really pop if you're wearing like a white top or something. So really cute for spring. We'll just do 5 on that one, if anybody likes that. And next item, this is pretty. This is silver. And it does have a kind of push-in clasp here. Now that kind of looks like the Tasco clasp. So really beautiful. And then it does have some malachite and the clasp. So it just pushes in and then opens. And it looks like there is a bit of tarnishing on the metal. I just want to make sure the clasp is working properly. All right, and let's see if this is magnetic. There is a marking over here. So let me see what this says. Yeah, this has Mexico 925. I'm thinking this is a Taxco piece, possibly, because I have had some others with this clasp. So this is fantastic. I don't know if the clasp is operating fully functional because I believe you're supposed to push it in to get it to open, but it's kind of just pulling out. So I'm not really sure how secure the clasp on this necklace is. It is pulling out fairly easily if you just jiggle it a little bit. So that one might need a little bit of a repair. And yeah, I mean, it looks like it's scratching for silver. Yeah, it is lighting up blue. I'm surprised that's the only mark on it. There is another mark there that says Mexico 925. So it's not a real strong blue. Let me test another part. Try to get a better scratch. And it's definitely not magnetic. So yeah, this one on the actual bead part is definitely coming in with a stronger indicator there. So I do believe this is sterling. I am going to research that one and put info on the screen. But that is a fantastic piece. So that could be a great item. Very happy with that one. And I'm just going to move this out of the way so we have more of a clean workspace here. I just wanted to wash my hands real quick too. Make sure I didn't get acid on them. All right, so next is another necklace. And this is pretty. Clear rhinestones, and this is marked. This is Sarah Coventry. So that's nice to get a vintage piece. Usually don't get that type of stuff in this box. So a really dainty necklace, and it's just a little bit twisted here. Very short. So it would fit right at the collar. You may want to put an extender on there. But it's beautiful, and it looks like all the stones are present on it. Let's do $8 on the Sarah Coventry. And if you want a measurement on that, just let me know. But it definitely looks like it's probably a max of 16 on that. But it's a pretty piece. And next item is an Alex and Ani. And this does have some faceted beads on it, some purple. And there is quite a bit of tarnishing on the actual little tags on it. These are heavy silver plated. So it is showing wear there. Let's just do $3 on that one. And next up are earrings. And I did forget to count the pouches before we started to make sure that we got 15. We'll be sure to do that at the end. So these are some pearl studs. And I don't see any markings on either the earring back or the actual earring. And these are not magnetic. They are pretty. They look like they could be vintage. So I'm going to move those aside and then we'll test them at the end. I already made a mess with the acid once, so we'll just wait till the end to test those in case there's anything else in here that we need to test. We do have some other drop earrings, and these are very pretty. Those would actually be kind of pretty with the Sarah Coventry necklace. They are a teardrop shaped drop earring with faceted beads. And I don't see any markings on those. They are really nice and in very good condition. And those ones are not magnetic either. I don't think they're sterling, but I'll move those to the side and we'll check those out again at the end, and I'll put a price on the screen there. Next up is a really chunky bracelet. This looks like it could be Banana Republic or something. It does have a really strong magnetic clasp and an antique gold tone. So I will need to look this up. I will Google Lens it. But I think it's in pretty good condition. Not seeing any markings on it, but it definitely gives a Banana Republic vibe. Really rustic looking, but pretty with the stones. And there is a little bit of minor scratching on it, but overall it's in nice condition. Magnetic, really strong magnetic clasp. I don't see, there's no way to adjust it. It's just the one size. And that is coming in about 6.5 would be ideal for it. So I'm going to Google Lens that one, and I'll put a price on the screen for that bracelet, but that's a good item. And our next piece is another dainty necklace. This is a cross necklace. Really beautiful cross pendant on a dainty chain. And we are marked. This is Italy 585. Oh my gosh. Wow. So this is likely white gold. I will test it. And the chain is just a little bit twisted on the pendant. Let me see if there's any markings on the pendant. So yeah, this is better than sterling. For sure. And those are stones on the cross pendant. So possibly diamond if this is real gold. But I don't see anything marked on the pendant. So we're going to move that aside and test it. I do have a diamond tester. These are really small stones, so I don't know how good I'm going to get of a reading, but I will try that and we will look into that at the end, and I'll also Google image that one. But that is fantastic, and I'll just check quick to make sure that it's not magnetic, and it's not. So very good sign that that could be gold. So this box is already quite a bit better than my last one. We have some sterling items and possible gold. And we have a designer piece here marked by Marc Jacobs. And this is really pretty. It is rose gold. And it looks to be in almost brand new condition. They're, you know, just needs a little bit of a wipe down, but I'm not seeing like major scratching or anything on this part. So it just opens up like that. So a nice stacking bracelet or to wear on its own. That will fit a 7 max. But you really have to push it down to get to the 7. So probably 6.5 or 6 3/4 max would be better on that one. That is a great piece. I will put a price on the screen for that. Our next item is a bracelet here, and this is a cuff bracelet. I thought it would be stretched when I first saw it. It is antique gold tone with gorgeous purple, and I think those are probably just acrylic. And there is some copper showing through on the inside of the bracelet. But overall, it's in pretty good condition. The flowers are just painted. There's no stones in there, just the purple. And then there's a little like champagne colored rhinestone on each of the petals. So it looks like all the stones are present. This is gorgeous. Really nice piece. And this one is pretty adjustable since it is open. Right now it's sitting about a 7. Let's do $6 on that one. Very beautiful piece. And we have some branded earrings here. This brand always comps pretty well. It's House of Harlow. And these are pretty chunky hoop earrings. And they are weighty. And it looks like they are probably brand new. I don't see any signs of wear. But they do have some weight to them. So I'll put a price on the screen for that. That is Nicole Richie's brand. So I do like getting that brand. Their pieces usually get a lot of interest and sell fairly quickly. Our next item is Elements. And these are really unique. They're handmade. And there's just some multicolored beads on them on gold tone. And they're originally $12, gold plated metal. They are sustainable nuts, wood, horn, bone. Now it just has nuts underlined, so possibly this is the nut part, and it doesn't have the other components on these earrings. But they're really cute, really vibrant colors on the beads. We'll do 5 on those. And our next item is this ring. This looks to be just costume. And really nice faceted center stone. It is a peachy pink. And, you know, a little bit of wear on the center stone, but nothing too bad. And I don't see any markings on the band or anything. So a really nice cocktail ring. Let's get a measurement on that one. That one is a size 8. We will do $6 on the statement ring. So that's a good item. And I believe this is our last piece here. And this is a cool bracelet. It looks like it is showing some gunk or something there, or just wear, but there are marks there. And this is marked. Oh, it says Mexico on it. Oh, and there is another number. These are always hard to read because it's hard to fit the magnifying glass into where the wording is on here. Okay, it's marked Mexico 925. Unbelievable. That is gorgeous. So being that that is, you know, supposedly sterling, and we will test it, I would think whatever these marks are could be polished off. So this is beautiful. And that is so cool. So really nice piece. It is, you know, a bit flexible for sure. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you know, like a 7.5 would be fine with this. So we will move that to our testing pile. So first, let's make sure that we got 15 pieces. We had the House of Harlow, 2 with those, 3 with the necklace, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, forgot about that one, 12, 13, 14, and then that stunner 15. Honestly, what an incredible box. So let me move this stuff aside. I love this one, absolutely. So we're going to leave this out because that is sterling. I do have quite a bit of research to do on this box, but that is good. And then we were going to test these things here. So first I'm going to do, because we do need the 585 would be 14K. So let me grab out the 14K solution. So let's do, let's just check these and the cuff first. Actually, let's do the gold first because that's going to take a while to set up. So I'm going to do it on this side. So that's the chain. And then the pendant. And they're both scratching, you know, similarly. We'll put the 14K on that. And we just want to make sure that those lines hold steady and don't disappear. And so far they are looking good. So on this side of the board, we're going to definitely do this one. I did not check to see if this was magnetic. It's not. And that definitely looks like it's scratching as sterling. And then we had these earrings. I was just going to check. Those are scratching copper. Those will do $5 on. They are not sterling. Our gold is still looking good. And let me go ahead and do, so this was the bracelet here. The bracelet sterling. And then let me take a look at this bracelet here. We can go ahead and get a weight on that. And we'll get a weight on the necklace too while we have this out. And let me make sure I have that set to grams. I do. And it's just hard to see at this angle. I'm going to stand up. This thing is really temperamental, so I don't want to move it around while I have the piece on it. So this is the bracelet. That is 38.89 grams. So this is a beautiful piece. Very excited about that one. And then our necklace with the chain. I'm sorry about the camera shaking there. That's 2.78 grams of 14 karat gold. So those are still holding strong. What a fantastic box. You know, I said in the other one I opened a couple weeks ago was pretty bad, but we did get that gorgeous J. Crew and some sterling earrings. But aside from that, it was very disappointing. That was an older box. And I will say the newer boxes, just like this one and the one that I had the Hermes cuff in, have really been spectacular. So they are really stepping it up with this box and the designer boxes, in my opinion. So we'll see how long that lasts for, but I mean, really, this box could not have been better. So I will put info on the screen about our gorgeous 585. Oh, we got to test it and see if those are potentially diamonds. All right, I just wanted to show that we do have positive for diamonds on this beauty. So what an amazing piece. And I was able to find a marking on the bail. It's signed 14K WGD.10. So I believe that stands for 14 karat gold and then 0.1 carat for diamond. So an insane piece. So thrilled with this. So again, I will put some info on the screen after I have time to research it.